Hi, I'm Amy Bateman from Career Cake TV. Now I've been speaking to the fabulous guys over at Firebrand Talent Search, and we wanted to create a video that would really add value to job seekers who are going for interviews. So we're going to talk about my favourite interview question, which is, tell me about your biggest achievement. Okay, so some career coaches and recruiters might advise you to pick something from your professional life. However, unless the interviewer tells you to do that, I think it's absolutely fine to pick an achievement from your personal life. Some of the best answers I've ever had have been personal achievements. Now the reason is that it's really important that you pick something that's genuine to you, something that you're really proud of. Because when you start telling a story like that, you'll start reliving all of the emotion that you felt during that time. You'll probably get a big smile on your face, you'll probably sit up in your chair, your energy levels will rise, and you'll become more engaging with the interviewer. The way that you make that interviewer feel through body language is also just as important as what you're saying. People remember the way you make them feel sometimes more than what you actually say to them. So as long as you're really genuine and passionate about what you're talking about, that should be great, a great answer. However, keep the benefit in mind. So we're having this interview and we're probably getting on great, but I'm always thinking about what's the benefit to me? What's the benefit to the job that you're applying for? So if you are going to pick something from your professional life, so maybe you talk about your leadership skills, you were manager of the year, that's brilliant. And I suppose I get that benefit. But if you tell me about something from your personal life, the benefit might not be as obvious. So make sure that if you tell me, maybe you run a marathon, tell me the benefit to me. So that's when you would come in and say, well, everything I put my mind to, I achieve. I'm really self-motivated. I don't like failing. And that's the benefit then to me. So just keep that in mind. I would also say keep it quite recent. I remember asking a lady that was probably about 35 after this question, and she told me her greatest achievement was moving away to university, moving away from home. And yes, that was an achievement for me as well, but I was thinking it was probably about 15 years ago, and I'm looking for something more recent. Also, this is going to sound quite harsh, and I don't mean to sound harsh, but be careful not to become a victim during this answer. I know that sometimes people can focus on the negative nitty-gritty of the situation they overcame rather than the positive of the actual achievement. So just be really aware of that and don't make it too personal. I know that sometimes people can talk about maybe an achievement is getting through a really messy divorce and standing on your own 2 feet, or getting over an illness. All really great achievements, I get that. But just remember that certain people are more judgmental than others, and you just have to keep it really professional and positive, really upbeat. Okay? And my favourite ever answer to this was a chap that told me his achievement. Then he sold the benefit back to the job he was applying for, but then he told me that he felt his greatest achievement was yet to come. He hoped it would be yet to come, and I loved that. Absolutely loved it, because that told me that he's one of those guys that just wants to always go out and better himself, always wants to achieve more tomorrow than he did today, and that's a great mentality to have when somebody's recruiting into their team. So hopefully that's added some value. If you want to have a look at for more of my videos and get some advice, this is my website. Or if you want to go and catch up with the guys over at Firebrand Talent Search, this is their website. Thank you very much for watching. Good luck with those interviews and take care.